Hey everybody, today we're going to show you where to find the Gravebird Armor Set here in Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. There's 5 different pieces to this set and they're all in different locations, and we're going to show you where to find each one. So let's jump into it. The first part of the set that we're going to get is the helm, and that's going to be found at the Spiral Rise site of Grace on the far western side of the map. Once you make your way over here, essentially what we want to do is make our way all the way to the top of the rise, and to do that we're going to have to go up the stairs and work our way out on the rooftops. So as you go up the stairs, we're going to jump out the window here and take a right. We're going to follow this path around. You're going to have some grave birds on the roof that you'll have to deal with. I've already taken them out, so it's a little easier to follow where we're going, but just keep that in mind as you make your way up here. But from the rooftop, we're just going to come over here and jump to this building. We'll go around the corner and there's going to be another staircase. We're going to climb this staircase up to the top into this small room. We'll exit through this door and take a right. Work our way up even higher to more rooftops. And once you're up here, essentially what we're going to do is go back into the spiral rise. And to do that, we're going to come over here and climb up on this roof, onto this one. And then this is going to get us back inside up on the higher level. Now from here, what you're going to do is go up to the lift. On the top floor, you're going to see a lift right here, and you want to take it, but you want to face the exit. So as we face those stairs and go down, if you look over the edge, there's going to be a platform that you can jump off the lift and land on. That's going to be right here with an item on top. If you pick up this item, you'll see this is going to be the Gravebird Helm. The next item we're going to get is the standard Gravebird armor. There's 2 different pieces of armor. The first one is going to be found at the Great Bridge North site of Grace. We're going to put a marker on this hill on the other side of the pond here. And up there is where we're going to be able to find this. So we'll hop on our horse and head west. You guys can see we will make our way into this pond. And if you're early on in the game, I believe there is a dragon that is in the middle of this pond. So just be careful of that if you haven't already defeated that. But what we're going to do is work our way across the pond and up the hill over here. And as you approach, you're going to end up finding some statues of grave birds. Keep in mind, some of them will come to life as soon as you grab the item that's up here, so just be prepared to fight. But as you approach, you'll see the Gravebird statues here, and if you just follow that all the way up to this little arch, you'll see an item on a corpse. Go ahead and pick it up, and that item is going to be the Gravebird armor. The next item we're going to take you to is the Gravebird's Blackquill armor, which I think is cooler than the standard armor. That's going to be found over by the Templetown Ruins site of Grace. You're going to want to put a marker just north over here by this red tree on the other side of the bridge, as that's where we're going to find this one. So we'll go ahead and hop on our horse and just work our way north towards that marker. I recommend staying to the left to avoid as much fighting as you can, as there are going to be several enemies along the route. So if you just hug the left, try to stay on the edge of the mountain here, it'll eventually lead you right up to where this armor is. So as we continue up the hill, staying to the left, you'll end up encountering more Gravebird statues with another arch at the top and another corpse with an item on it. You can go ahead and pick that up, and that will be the Gravebird's Blackquill armor. The next item we're going to grab is the bracelets. These are going to be found over by the Pillar Path Waypoint site of Grace, and it's going to be found just to the south. Right here, you can see this little building on your map. So from this site of Grace, just hop on your horse and work your way up the hill towards the Gravebird statues once again. You guys can see our marker right at the top. And on this platform in the back left corner is going to be a corpse with an item on it. And that's going to be the bracelets. So you can pick that up. And now we'll have the Gravebird bracelets. Now the last item that we need to gather for the entire set is going to be the anklets. And these are going to be found over by the Morth Ruins site of Grace. What we're going to do is work our way north through this pond and through this cave, and right over here in this little green area that you can see on your map. This is going to be a pretty dangerous area. When you get out there, you're going to want to be fairly quick, as there's going to be a whole bunch of grave birds. So what we're going to do from this side of Grace is hop on our horse and work our way northeast until you see the pond with the little noodle enemies sticking out of it. And we're just going to go to the back left here where you can see the statue, as this is where the entrance to the cave is going to be. Essentially, we're just going to work our way through this cave. It's not too big, shouldn't be too much of an issue for you. You will have a couple of the flowers here. We can just ride on past those. Then you'll have a couple more enemies under the golden tree in the back. We can run past those as well by hanging to the right and jumping our way outside of the cave. So you can see our marker. Essentially, we want to work to that far archway. But like I said, there's going to be several grave birds out here that you're going to encounter. The first being right here in front of us. There's going to be 4 that are posted up that are going to come after you as soon as you run past them. And then when we drop down, you can see that archway in front of us. There's a couple more grave birds, as well as a corpse right in front of them with an item on top. And that's going to be where you can get the Gravebird Anklets. This is where you're going to be able to find the entire Gravebird armor set here in Elden Ring. Hopefully this video helps some of you guys out. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next one.